Good morning from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. As we rightly, properly, and lovingly remember those who laid down their lives for our country, let's remember this. Ultimately, they did not die for a flag or an anthem. And saying that they did trivializes their sacrifice. They died for unique American institutions. Genius institutions. And among those institutions is not blind obedience and acceptance, and it's certainly not dead school children on a regular basis. So yes, I will proudly stand up for and with San Francisco Giants manager Gabe Kapler. If you visit radicallyrational.com, if you're there right now, thank you. If you're not, I invite you over there. We have what I think is a really interesting and compelling guest column on the website this morning. And yes, it's from our daughter, Whitney, who has a unique and very personal perspective on what we saw in Uvalde. Okay, here's the thing. Aside from the fact that they are morally vacuous and have lost their moral compass and are completely hypocritical on the subject of life, hard not to laugh at that one. It's the gun lobby's complete detachment from reality, truth, and observable experience and facts that I find most puzzling. And the laundry list this morning is pretty impressive. Let's start with this. Hell yes, guns kill people. Hell yes, guns kill people. Now, that in and of itself is not indicative of our needing to ban guns per se, but we should at least concede the obvious that yes, guns kill people. And some guns are better at killing people than other guns. That's a fact. Stop it. Lauren Boebert, Bimbo Boebert, and she thinks she's so clever. So yesterday she prattles on about how we didn't ban airplanes after 9/11. Let's go through this one time. Yes, it's true that pretty much anything can be turned into a lethal weapon, including a paper clip. But these are not analogous. The question is, what was the implement invented to do? A paper clip was not invented to stab somebody in the back of the lung, okay? An airplane was not invented to kill people. And you know what? I know you better than you know you. Yes, later airplanes were armed with weapon systems that were designed to kill people, but airplanes were not. So that analogy is just completely ridiculous. The discussion right now is about weapons that were designed and manufactured for one reason and one reason only, and that is to kill as many people as possible in as short a time as possible. Then they think they can get this one by you. And you could tell they redistributed the talking points because they do it on a weekly basis after the latest school shooting, and they get them ready for next time. All day long yesterday. We're not going to solve this problem by taking away the constitutional rights of law-abiding Americans. Whoever suggested that? You know, and they think because it's so lofty that they can just get it past you like a fastball. Oh man, I need to think about that, man. That's who in the world is talking about violating anybody's constitutional rights? Nobody. Nobody. Waiting period? No problem. Better tracing of gun transactions? There's no constitutional violation there. Red flag laws? Background checks? Age restrictions? And they do it with absolute shamelessness. And yes, I'm talking about you, Pepe Le Cruz. You ain't gonna believe this one. Maybe you will. You're gonna think I made this up. So, clown yesterday gets off his unicycle long enough to get on social media, I'm not making this up, and states unequivocally that what happened last Tuesday in Uvalde was the complete personal sole responsibility of Anthony Fauci. And we can't even use the word gun when discussing a gun issue. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean, you say the word gun. You even imply that guns might have something to do in the equation of gun deaths, and it just trips their shriek meter. They just can't do it. They just literally can't handle it because they know they have no logical grounds for their argument. And then there's this one. And they deny that they're saying it, but it's exactly what they're saying. Check out this pretzel logic. Put some mustard on this. Because outlaws don't follow the law and obey the law, and because outlaws are going to break laws, we don't need laws. Not only do we not need more laws, we don't need any laws. Let me suggest that we start by just taking down all the traffic lights. Maybe we could get that handled by noon today. What do you think? But again, you can't even say the word gun or imply that it has anything to do with this chain without them losing their minds. Let me just issue this hope for you. If you ever need brain surgery, I hope your doctors are not prohibited from using the word brain, especially if they're talking about your brain. We're radically rational.